Okay, so in our first lesson, we looked at how to use substitution to solve a system of equations that has two variables. Now you'll notice if we look at this system, we have three different variables. But we still need to solve it, and we're going to use, there are multiple methods to solving it, but we're going to use substitution in this video to solve it. So just like we did with the two variables, we're going to get one variable by itself. That way we can plug it in for the other variables. And looking at these equations, let's solve for z on this one. So we're going to have negative z is equal to 6 minus 4x plus y. And if we divide by -1, we have z is equal to -6 plus 4x minus y. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to plug this z in for both of these values right here. So we have 2x plus y, that's going to stay the same. Then we have minus -6 plus 4x minus y is equal to 4. And in our second equation, that's equal to 3. Since we flipped around our third equation, we're just going to ignore that for now. We dealt with it, we have that right here. And we're just going to work with the first two equations. Okay. Now, if we simplify these, the top one is going to be 2x plus y, and we have -1 times -6 plus 6 minus 4x plus y is equal to 4. Let's combine like terms. 2x minus 4x, we have -2x. Y plus y, we have 2y, and we have plus 6 is equal to 4. And then if we work with our second equation, we have x plus 3y minus 2 times -6 is going to be -12. So minus 12 plus 8x. And then minus 2y, and that's equal to 3. If we combine like terms here, we have x and 8x, which is 9x. We have 3y minus 2y, which gives us positive 1y, and then we have minus 12. And that is equal to 3. Okay, so now, actually, I'm just going to rewrite these equations over here. Okay, so now, as you can see, we basically have another system of equations that only has two variables in it. We no longer have any z in these two equations. So we're just going to proceed like this is any normal 2 variable system. And to start, let's combine like terms across the equal sign as well. So we're going to subtract 6 from both sides. That'll give us -2x plus 2y, and then 4 minus 6 is -2. Let's add 12 to both sides. All right. I'm going to erase this over here. Okay, so our two equations, we're going to have -2x plus 2y is equal to -2. And we have 9x plus y is equal to 15. Okay, since we have just a plain y right here, let's just continue using substitution for this method. So we'll solve for y, we're going to get y is equal to 15 minus 9x. If we plug this in this equation, we get -2x plus 2 times 15 minus 9x is equal to -2. If we expand this, so or combine like terms, -2x minus 18x is going to be -20x. And we subtract 30 from both sides. A -2 minus 30 is going to be -32. Then we divide both sides by -20. And we get x is equal to 1.6. Okay, so now we're just going to take any of these equations that we work with. Let's actually work or do this one. We're going to plug in 1.6 for x. So we have 9 times 1.6 plus y is equal to 15. 9 times 1.6 is 14.4. And then we'll subtract 14.4 from both sides. And that gives us 0.6. Okay, so we have x is 1.6, y is 0.6. Now we'll go back to one of these three equations that has z in it, and we'll plug in both those variables to figure out z. Let's use this one right here. Actually, since we already solved for z right here, let's just use this one. So we're going to have z is equal to -6 plus 4 times our x, which is 1.6. And then minus our y, which is 0.6. And then if we plug all that in, we get z is equal to -0.2. Okay, so now, yeah, that's right. Okay. Now we have our three different variables. Now we're just going to check to make sure that this method has worked. We're going to take them both, or all three of them, and we're just going to plug them back into this equation right here. Let me erase this a second. And if we plug these three variables in for these letters right here, and it gets 6, then we know that our answer is correct. So we have 4 times 1.6 minus y, which is 0.6, minus z, which is -0.2. So we have plus 0.2, and that should equal 6. And yep, that gets us exactly 6. So we can check that one off. We can also take our three variables and we can plug them into these two equations right here as well. And that should also give us 4 and 3 if you are still not comfortable after checking this first one. But yeah, we did check it, so we know that our three variables are correct, and we have now solved this system.